There are a few topics more popular with freelance writers than client acquisition. We all want a full pipeline. We want clients coming to us every single day so that we've got just a very stable, predictable income, that we're not going through the old feast and famine cycle or worrying that we're just not earning enough. Problem is that there are a lot of very unscrupulous people out there, and they will take advantage of the unpredictable nature of many freelance careers and exploit the potential workers, writers, you. I see this most often with content mills. On the face of it, content mills are a great idea. They're a middleman between you and the client, and they will find the client and just basically act as a pairing between a client and you, the writer. They take a percentage cut either of the project or the client will pay them. I'm not sure how they make their money, in complete honesty. But I know that they are definitely a quantity business. They're not really a quality business. If you check out any of their sites, which we will have a look at very shortly, then they promise you lots of money, they promise you lots of work, and basically you can just sit back and do what you love most, which is write. Because life is easy, apparently. But what pains me about these is that there is so much content out there which tells you that these are a very bad way to run your business. That they do not help you grow. In fact, they put too much stress on you. They make promises that they don't keep, and yet people still ask the questions. If you go to Reddit, if you have a look now, the subreddit of freelance writers, if I just put in a quick search for mill, and you can see I've already read some of these. Can we rank the content mills? I'm about to get fired. I don't have a lot of savings. What should I do? I bet you're talking about content mills. Content mills, there you go, boom. They're filled with low-paying work. Which makes it easy for me to find work. Yeah, but is it work you want to do? And I can rank all the content mills for you right now. They all get a flat 0 out of 10 because they're all bullshit. Is it worth paying a fee to join? No, if any company ever asks you to pay a fee so that you get an opportunity to look at their job boards, tell them to fuck off. It's ridiculous. Why does everyone hate Textbroker? Because they're shit. I've never worked for any. I think it's messed up. That's great for you that this person has managed to make some money off it, but for every one person who's doing well off these sites, there are 100 who are struggling. Let's have a look at one of them. This is constant content. Get ready to speak on part of a unique group of writers. Start writing topics you are passionate about. It's good to see that their editing team is on point. And get paid to match that passion. Together with constant content editorial team, you will start creating exciting, high quality content for our clients and earn money in your sleep. That's a big promise. Our writers make money in one of two ways: by submitting articles to the catalogue for sale at a price they set, or by responding to custom requests from clients and writing on a project-by-project basis. Their writers are making in excess of $70,000 per annum. Our highest earning writers. So very few, I'd imagine, if any at all. Maybe there's one that allows them to make that claim. And they're almost exclusively custom content providers. I do not believe any of this. I've never worked for a content mill, but many people that I've spoken to who have all said very much the same thing. These guys, they pull you in with these promises of frequent work, of basically a weekly income, and they'll give you a number. And what they'll say is like, oh, we've got so many clients, we can send you 6 articles per day. Now the pay's not much, it's like $20 a day, but 6 at 20 a day, that's $120 a day. So what's that going to be? $500-600 a week. So overall you're going to be earning a couple of grand every month with us. And you might think that sounds great, because then you don't have to do the whole client acquisition thing, you don't have to do the negotiation, you don't have to do contracts, yada yada yada. You basically work for this one site, and they send you lots and lots of work that you can just sit down and do, because you can focus then on the writing, which is what you do best. Thing is that the people I've spoken to, then what happens is after these promises are made, when they start working for these sites, they get 1, 2, 3 pieces per week. So you're looking at like $60 a week. A far cry from the 120 a day you were promised. And then these are, you'll get issued an article on a Monday and it will be due Tuesday afternoon. So you've got maybe 24, 48 hours max to turn this article around. And this is all, bear in mind that this is coming from me. I've never worked for one of these places. This is all second, third hand knowledge for me. But I've heard it from too many people and I've read too many articles that say the same things for me to think that this is not true. When you're writing a 2,000 word piece in 24 hours, imagine you've got to sleep for 8 of those. What kind of piece is that going to be? Is it going to be a high quality piece? No, it's going to be crap, because you're not going to have the time to really put the research in to find those key points and the big ideas that people want to read about. You're not going to have the time to go back and polish your prose. You're not going to have the time to do a thorough edit. And from what one person told me is that the editors in these places are just horrible. They're like, you'll turn in a 2,000 word article, like, yeah, but there was one typo, so we're going to have to maybe think about sending you some more work because this isn't perfect. These are basically sweatshops for writers. Somebody else is profiting and they've got a whole load of people who are just banging out low quality work. It's not good for you because you're getting paid peanuts. It's not good for you because these people will promise you X amount of work and they'll deliver Y, much, much lower. It's not good for you because the work you're doing will be of such low quality you will never be able to use that as a sample for a higher paying client. It's just not good. And the more people who end up writing for these, the worse it makes it for the freelance writing community as a whole. If these people keep thinking that they can pay $20 for a 2,000 word article, it's going to drive a lot of people out of this career choice because it's just not feasible. There's no way the majority of people can live on 2 to 3 articles a week at $20 a pop. You can't afford to live on that, and you're going to have to go back to doing some kind of job that you don't like. It might seem easy, and it's especially popular with new writers. It might seem easier the way to get your foot in the door, but spend some time and look for your own clients who pay fair rates. It will benefit you 10 times more in the long run. And I know it can be done because I've never worked for one of these and I run quite a successful writing business. I know plenty of other people who have never worked for content mills and run successful writing businesses. Don't do it. Try and stay away from them. If you have to, then at least go in knowing that it's a very short-term solution and reserve enough time for yourself to grow your business in other ways with better clients who pay fairer rates, and instead of $20 per article they're paying you $200 or whatever. But yeah, just do a little bit of research actually. Don't just take my word for it. Google around, see what content mills are like for writers, and make up your own mind and make that decision on whether this is worthwhile for you. Chances are it's really not.